We're at the Royal Cornwall Showground at Weybridge in North Cornwall, where thousands of car enthusiasts have come along to appreciate some amazing vintage and classic vehicles. Let's have a look around. I'm joined now by Chris and Jackie and what's the dog called?
Sid, but he's lying down.
Sid the dog. He'll make an appearance in a moment. He actually matches the car, which is absolutely incredible. This beautiful Bentley, amazing. Tell us about it.
Well, it's my grandfather bought it in 1963, and then my father had it for a bit, and now I'm sort of in charge for my period now. So yeah, aren't we lucky to have?
Absolutely. And you do a lot of the shows, do you?
No, this is just a local one. So we're from Newquay, and so this is a nice local one, and it has to be used now and again. Yeah. So it's a real connection with grandfather, which is lovely, and long may it continue.
Yeah, I mean, it's so stunning. The interior, I mean, Jackie, you must love it.
Do you know, well, this is my wedding car. Oh. It was Chris's sister's wedding car. It's been my son's wedding car and nephew's wedding car. So it's a generational thing, and yeah, they've kept it. So amazing. And it's beautiful.
Lovely.
Had a lot of attention today as well.
Absolutely.
People love the old cars.
It's just, I mean, the colour, it's just stunning, isn't it?
No, it's beautiful.
It really
is beautiful, and we're very honoured to sort of have it. I'm sure we are.
Yeah.
When we used to be kids, the kids used to be in the back of the car, no seatbelts. Amazing.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Amazing.
Those were the days.
Yeah. Even the dog's got no seatbelts. He's not going to show his head today.
No, he might make an appearance in a moment.
Are you coming out? No, I don't think so. What fun. Yeah.
You were talking earlier about the epic journey this car has made. Oh, here he is.
Well,
hello, Sid.
This is Sid, yeah. Matching dog,
Sid.
matching car, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Chris's grandfather, didn't he buy it in 1961?
63.
63 new, and he used to go over to Portofino in the car. Can you imagine that? And we sort of said we'd probably do this one day, but we got as far as Goodwood to the revival, and that was a trek, wasn't it, Chris?
Trek,
yeah.
And you're never sure. Yeah. Unfortunately, with anything this old, you're never sure if it's going to go. Today, I was meant to be coming in a Triumph Stag.
Right.
That was my chosen car today, and it wouldn't start. So it's always an adventure.
Yes. A bit hair-raising. You never know what to expect.
But this one's never ever let us down. So and ditto for my grandfather and my father. So that's quite a recommendation for that brand.
We have broken down on the King Harry Ferry, Chris.
Oh yes,
Apart from that,
apart from the times we've broken down,
it's been gorgeous.
we've never broken down.
Thank you guys for recognising it
today.
today.
It really is.
That's
thank you so much for sharing your history of it and bringing it along.
And
it's
I hope
fantastic.
your viewers enjoy it. Stress-free TV.
Absolutely. Hello, now I'm joined by Alan and his beautiful Messerschmitt here. So Alan, how long have you had her?
2.5 years.
And you said you bought her like in this condition?
Yes, it's only in good condition when I had it.
Yeah.
It was restored from a guy in Wales.
Wow.
They're pretty quirky.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you were just showing me. Can you just show me how it opens, for instance?
Yeah.
Look at that. Incredible. And the steering wheel. So what's it like to drive?
It's very quirky. It's quite low to the ground.
Yeah.
And it goes quite well.
Does it? I mean, what sort of speeds can you reach in there?
Well, I've done about 55 miles an hour under that. But it goes well.
I bet you get a few looks down the A30. Fantastic. And you said you do a lot of the shows.
Well, yes, I go around quite a few shows, and had a good one 2 weeks ago. I took a young lad down to the Carbis Bay Hotel.
Wow.
Into the Tregenna Hotel for the proms night.
I thought, you know what I was going to say was up for the proms. Yeah,
all the big Ferraris and Jaguars and Porsches came in, and I came in with a 6'2" guy.
And I bet you stole the show, didn't you?
Well, somebody told me that they probably remember this car rather than the other ones.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what year is this?
It's 1960.
Yeah, and it's where's it originated from? Where's it?
Sorry?
Where's it? It's Italian, is it, or
There's a German
car?
There's a Messerschmitt.
Yeah.
10 years after the war, these were made in the Messerschmitt factory.
Yeah.
The Germans weren't allowed to make the Messerschmitt plane anymore, so this guy designed these cars, three-wheel cars. You could drive them, when they came over here, you could drive them on a motorbike license.
Right, okay.
And they were quite popular for a few years. They started in 1955 till 1964 manufacturing them.
Yeah.
They made about 40,000 of them.
Wow.
And they're pretty popular all over the world.
Yeah, yeah. And how many, do you know roughly how many there are still in circulation? Are they pretty rare? I've never seen anything like
there's quite
it.
a few north in up country, but there's not many in Cornwall.
Right, brilliant. Well, certainly stealing the show here.
Well, it's a bit of fun.
Oh, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
You don't want to sit in it, do you?
Go on then. How do you, right, so you just climb over?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Right, there's absolutely no way. Oh! Fantastic. Yeah, a lot lower than, yeah, no good if you've got arthritis, this one, is it? And I mean, the steering wheel's just really strange.
Yeah.
So what?
It's quirky.
Yeah, very quirky. I love it. I'm in love. Alan, thank you so much. That's great.
That's good.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
I'm joined now by Ray and Anne. Yep.
Yes.
And this is their beautiful Minor 1000 Morris. So how long have you had this beautiful car?
Since 2002.
Right, okay.
2002.
And do you do all the shows locally?
Well,
Not as many as we used to do. We do the local ones.
Yeah, I've noticed you've really gone to town with the interior. I don't know if you can see, but there's a beautiful picnic set there, and lots of prizes, and an old handbook there as well. So really setting the scene. It's such a beautiful car, isn't it?
yeah.
And what's it like to drive?
Bit slower, but
I'm not so keen myself.
No.
probably a lot of other people on the road are not very keen.
Oh, right,
but,
okay,
we're
yeah.
fast,
Slower.
plenty fast enough for we.
Yeah, perfect. And where do you live? Where do you come from today?
Camelford.
Right, okay, yeah. And now I understand this isn't the only vehicle you've bought to the show over the years. Tell us about was it a tractor you bought?
Yeah, we had a tractor, for over 20 years, yeah.
And you brought that along to the show?
We used to, yeah.
And what was that one then?
A Grey Ferguson T20, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And which went faster, this one or the tractor?
A tractor was going down hill, we'd go fast.
Brilliant. Fantastic. And so, when does this date from? When was this?
1966.
1966. And it's still running smooth?
Oh,
Good.
yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
He's only done 51,000 now.
Right.
But
That's not bad.
No, that's amazing. It's amazing.
when he was new, he came from Prouts in Lanson.
Right.
The first owner was just out of Camelford.
Right.
He had it for a couple of years, and a local farmer bought it.
Yeah.
He was a small holder. He didn't go far.
No.
And when he retired, the bank manager said, "You need to spend a bit of money, or you'll pay a lot of tax."
Right.
So he swapped in this one and got a new Ford.
Yeah.
And then another local man bought it, and he had it, and the car lost his oil pressure.
Yeah.
And he put it in the garage, and he was there for 20 years.
Well, no way.
And then we bought it. So we're the fourth owner.
Oh my goodness. And all Cornwall as well. Yeah. Staying Celtic. Yeah.
And so all the car's life, he've lived within 5 miles of my home, and I've known it since he was new.
That's amazing. You've got that full history.
Yeah.
I mean, forget the book. You've got you know it all. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing and for bringing her along. She's such a beauty.
Yeah.
Enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm joined here with Adrian, who has brought along his amazing Triumph. Just tell us a little bit about this beauty.
Well, it's a 1971 built 650 Triumph Twin. Originally went over to America and was re-imported into this country about 14 years ago. The guy who had it before, I think he just kept it as a bit of an investment. And then he put it up for sale after respraying it, and I decided to buy it.
Yeah,
and then from there, I've rebuilt it. Literally, it's had a full rebuild.
Yeah.
Wheel bearings, the engine, everything about it's all been reworked. The wiring, everything.
Fantastic. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. So, I mean, what's your favourite route on the bike?
It would have to be down Cornwall, St Just.
Oh, lovely.
All along the coastline,
peninsula.
Penzance and back. All
Ideal.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and I bet you get a few looks.
It's a great bike to ride. I mean, I ride a modern motorcycle as well.
Right.
But the difference is that this has got character.
Yeah.
You've got to know how to start it.
Yes.
And it's got a distinct sound about it.
Yeah.
And it brings a smile to my face whenever I ride it. It's a fantastic bike.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
And we were just chatting about the unit, just to explain.
Yeah, between the two bikes, it's quite a good place to have the two bikes side by side because this is actually, my bike is a unit construction, which means the gearbox and engine are all actually part on the same casings. The pre-unit construction is where the gearbox is actually separate from the engine.
Right.
And as time's gone on and it's been developed, then the unit construction came along.
Yeah.
And things like the oil tank on the old bike, now the oil tank on this bike is all part of the frame.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the best idea because all the heat from the engine goes back onto the oil tank.
Right, yeah.
So there's certain things about the bike that's actually really good in design,
Yes.
and there's other bits where they've probably not done quite so well.
Yeah. But I mean, it looks the part, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, that paint job is just absolutely stunning, isn't it?
Thank you.
It looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, the paint job is not my doing, I'm afraid. I wish it was. I wish it was.
Well,
but,
you just get to enjoy it.
It's a nice colour.
It
yeah.
is. Thank you so much, Adrian. That's amazing. Could you start her up for us?
That's my pleasure. Yeah, let's have a go, shall we?
Let's give it a go.
So I can turn the fuel on. Okay. Make sure we're in neutral. Kick start. Flood the carburetor. Right, just primed it. Tickle. Ignition on.
Woo! Amazing.
It's always fun.
Thanks, Adrian. That's great. I'm joined now by Greg and Shelley, and they are part of the Camel Vale Motor Club. So just tell us about that, Greg.
Yeah, well, the motor club's been going from like the 1950s, Camel Vale Motor Club. We're based in the North Cornwall area, although we do events all over the country, from Land's End to John O'Groats. And some of our competitors do international events, including some have done the London to Sydney Marathon rally. So we've got a big experience of all sorts of events. We put on around 25 to 30 events a year of different categories, running from off sporting trials like this little off-road car here, to Shelley's single-seater.
And we'll hear about that in a moment, Shelley. How many vehicles have you got here today?
We've got probably a dozen or more today.
Yeah. And we were just talking that all of the vehicles are all specifically designed for specific events.
Yes, they are, or some people now they've retired them from events. They don't compete with them anymore, but they all have competed in the past on events.
Yeah.
So
It's amazing. And you said, I mean, this is a big old club you've got. So
It is a big club, yeah.
how many did you say?
Around 200 members.
Around 200 members. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Amazing. So, and Shelley, so this is your beautiful beast here. I'm commenting very femininely on the colour. Love it. So just describe, what is this vehicle?
So this is a single-seater racing car. It was built specifically for hill climbing. It has got a small motorbike engine in the back. I run it on usually on slick tyres. We've got some wet tyres on it today as well. I compete all over the southwest in speed events, hill climbing and sprinting.
Wow, I mean that is amazing. So, and what sort of speeds does this reach?
It doesn't have a speedometer, and you probably wouldn't want to be looking at the dials too much. You want to just be concentrating on where you're going, and making sure you're getting there as fast as possible.
Amazing, sounds like quite a buzz.
Yes, it is. It's like a go-kart with wings. You're sat so close to the floor. It's an absolute thrill to drive.
Fantastic. Yeah, well, she's an absolute beaut. So when's your next event?
Hopefully in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going up to Chivna. There's a big sprint on up there.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for talking to us. We'll go and have a look at the rest of the vehicles and enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm joined now by Lee and Lynn, and I've got to say, I think this is the biggest beast I've seen so far at the show. Just talk us through.
Me or the lorry?
Of the lorry, of course. Right, tell us what is it?
It's a 1942 Diamond T.
Wow, I mean, it is a beast. I was just looking at these wheels. They're just huge, aren't they?
Yeah, originally it was a tank transporter in the originally the Canadian Army. It went to Europe during the war and came back and has been a wrecker in South Wales for the rest of its life.
Wow.
And I've owned it for about five or 6 years now.
Wow.
Slowly getting it done.
Yeah, and I mean, what's it like to drive?
Hard work.
I bet. Yeah,
It's,
not much of a turning circle.
No, it's about 80 foot, I think.
A 44 million point turn. Yeah, perfect. And just tell us, I mean, the engine, what engine have you got in?
It's got a Rolls-Royce engine in. The Army re-engined it in the 50s.
Yeah.
Originally they were made with Hercules diesel, but the Army put the Rolls-Royce in the 50s, and this one's still got this engine out of the Army in it. Although it's cracked, it did suffer from frost damage when it was in Wales, but I've repaired that and it seems to be holding water now, so yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, and I mean, how many miles to the gallon do you get out of this beast?
When they're loaded, they do 2 miles to the gallon.
Really?
So I only live about 7 miles away, and it costs about 80 quid to get from here and home again. So
you need to get your expenses
Yeah,
signed up.
exactly,
Yeah, exactly. And you do a lot of the shows?
No, this one's the only. Well, they'll do this one and one at Hilltop for the Remembrance Day.
Yeah.
It was obviously an Army lorry.
Yeah.
So we do that one with it. But hopefully, because I've only just made a new cab for it.
Yeah.
So hopefully now we can do a few more
Yeah,
events. 'Cause
fantastic.
you actually stay dry in it now.
Yeah, perfect. And I mean, what happens? Are these? Can you buy these wheels?
No, those wheels are special American wheels that was put on. They're made by a company called Budd. They was put on all American trucks, but they're very, very hard to get hold of in this country now.
Yeah.
But no, it's luckily the tyres are standard size. They're quite big. They're a lot bigger than a normal truck, but you can still actually buy them. So yeah, it's a usable.
It's
beast.
amazing. Lynn, have you driven it?
No. I've hard enough job getting in it.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. For people
not very elegant.
Are vertically challenged like ourselves, yes, it'd be difficult. Any chance we could have a look inside the cab?
Of course you can.
Just wondering if I'm actually going to be able to get in.
I've still got to make the new seat squabs yet.
Yeah.
But the foam is made. I've just got to have them recovered. But,
yeah. Wow.
And we've got a makeshift window winder at the moment.
That's very inventive.
Brake
Yeah.
adjusting spanner.
Oh, it's beautiful though, isn't it? I mean, my goodness, and look at that steering wheel.
It's got a big steering wheel, and believe me, you need it.
Oh, yeah. And what about, so, what,
Yeah, you've got 2 gear sticks. There's two different gearboxes.
Yeah.
One, your normal gearbox has got 4 speeds.
Yeah.
And the auxiliary's got 3. So you've got
Wow.
low, direct and high.
Yeah. I mean, what is the weight of this vehicle?
As it stands, it weighs about 13 tonne. And then you put 10 tonne of ballast in the box so that it can tow the trailer with a tank on behind. So the whole rig ends up being about 90 tonne.
Wow, oh my goodness. Anyway, she's an absolute beast. Thanks very much for talking about
Thank
her. And yeah, enjoy the show.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. Right, I'm joined now by Pete. So Pete, an incredible beast you have here. Just tell us what model this is.
It's Sunbeam Supreme, they called it.
Yeah.
1955.
Wow.
And my dad bought it in 1960. It's been in the family ever since.
And it's absolutely pristine, isn't it? Absolutely
Well,
pristine.
it's got a few marks, but it's designed to be used.
Yes.
We've driven it all over the Alps
Yes.
a few years ago.
I was just reading
Several times, yeah.
I was just reading the information. Tell us about Monte Carlo and the other
Well-
epic adventures it's been on.
It's interesting, and we got delayed once or twice and ended up doing a few of the mountain passes on the old roads at night.
Wow.
Hence the upgrade on a lot of the lighting.
Yes.
So it's been an interesting journey.
Yes.
And my dad didn't drive it for 17 years. So my son and I sort of refurbished it all. And we ended up finishing it the day that we was due to sail to Monte Carlo on the ferry.
Nothing like cutting it fine, is it? Yeah.
It's the tightest deadline I've ever worked
Well, I
at.
bet it was, and it made it, and
Yes, all the way to Monte Carlo and back, and we just adjusted the brakes a bit, and
Fantastic.
the contact breaker points needed adjusting a bit because they were brand new.
Yeah.
It just drove there and
That's
back.
amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. And are you planning any more epic adventures?
No,
with
not
that?
for a while, but I'd like to go over again if possible.
Yeah.
It's lovely with the club. We always went with the Star Club, the Summit Talbot Alpine Register. And of course you get a lot of support with each other.
Yeah.
So anyone breaks down, you've usually got, I've got a lot of spares in there to rebuild the car. I
Yeah,
think.
fantastic. Yeah, a group effort. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for showing us round. She's an absolute beaut, and enjoy the show. Well, what a wonderful day we've had here in Wadebridge. It's been fascinating meeting people, hearing their stories and seeing and learning about these amazing classic vehicles. So until next year, we'll see you again here at the Royal Cornwall Showground for the next wheel show.